What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Night Owl channel. In this video, I'm going to give you guys 10 beginner tips for people that are just starting to play the game Rise of Civilizations. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so I got 10 tips for all you beginners that are just starting to play the game Rise of Civilizations. Just 10 things that you should keep in mind as you're playing the game and of course as you're just starting out. Alright, so after you go through the tutorial and you go through the cutscene and pick your civilization and all that, you'll have your main village here as you can see, and then what you want to do as tip number one, I would say, is to always keep your troops training. Alright, so it's very easy to do it at the beginning because it only takes 5 minutes to train troops, so always keep those troops training. Never stop training your troops when you get, let's see, if I build a archer range here as well, when that is completed, continuously build archers, warriors, horsemen, siege units, all that. Continuously build that all the time, so that way you can maximize, first of all, your power, and then you can maximize as many troops that you have. Alright, so that's tip number one. And then, alright, now tip number two. Now, if you guys are usually watching for Clash of Clans, this is going to sound a little foreign, but if you do pick up the game Rise of Civilizations, the second thing you're going to want to do is rush your city hall. Okay, second tip I would say is to rush your city hall. So I'm going to upgrade it here. Alright, tutorial still going through. Alright, so we're just going to speed it up. 5 minutes, boom. Alright, so to rush your city hall effectively, what you want to do is always make sure that you upgrade it and you see the, oh, there you go. Yep. You see the requirements. There's a prerequisite that you need in order to go to each town hall or each city hall level. I keep calling it town hall. Each city hall level requires a certain prerequisite, and it's right there on the bottom. So if you click the go, boom, it'll take you right to what you need to upgrade. You upgrade it, boom, and then once it's finished, you can upgrade your town hall. So I'm just going to speed it up here again, boom, boom. All right, very basic, very beginner tips. All right, so if you're super new to this, this video is for you. Alright, so I'm entering a new age because I complete my city hall. Every time you complete your city hall, it unlocks new features, new buildings, new technology, new troops, tier levels, and stuff like that. So definitely always rush your city hall as much as you can. And then I know some people might be worried about the other buildings. So as you continue to upgrade your city hall, it gets increasingly longer to upgrade your city hall. So what I would say is when you're upgrading your city hall, or maybe when you're upgrading one of the components, so like the wall or the hospital is taking like a few hours to upgrade, I would say use your other builder, because you get two. Say if you go into builders, we can hire a second one, right? If you get two, use one of them to upgrade the city hall requirement, whatever the city hall prerequisite is, city hall requirement, upgrade that. And then if there's only one, there's two in here, so you would do the wall and the hospital. But if you only have the wall, right, you use your second builder to upgrade another building. So you can upgrade your, let's see here, we can upgrade our farms, we could upgrade our scout camps or tavern, whatever it is that's not being upgraded for the city hall, you can always upgrade while you're upgrading the city hall. Piggybacking off of tip number two is tip number three. We have never stop building. Alright, so like I said, you have two builders, you should always have them building something. One of them or both of them should always be dedicated to advancing your city hall, whether it's a building prerequisite, whether it's the city hall itself. They should always be, the main focus should be your city hall upgrade. And then the second one can be whatever you want. It could be your your academy for technology, it can be your your barracks for your infantry, or your archer range for your archers, your horses and siege, anything that you want. Always keep them building, never stop them building. It's very effective to have them always building something, because it's always increasing your power, and you're always advancing to where you need to go. Alright, and tip number four is to always do your daily objectives. Okay, so you have your quest, your main quest, and your side quest. You get resources and speed ups and all that good stuff from that. But if you click on the second one underneath it, boom, it's your daily objectives. If you complete your daily objectives all the way up to that last chest, you get a golden key, you get a couple gems, you get a magic box, an epic commander sculpture. But that golden key is really key. Really, really important, because you get to use that golden key if you go into your tavern and unlock golden chests. Golden chests gives you really good stuff. I mean, they give you really, there you go, you get a commander from it. Sometimes they give you purple commanders, sometimes they give you gold commanders. Gold commanders are really, really good. So make sure you always find a way to get golden keys, and make sure to always do your daily objectives, because you at least are guaranteed 1 golden key a day if you do your daily objectives. Plus you get a ton of rewards as you make your way towards that last chest. You get, of course, you get like resources, and then you get everything else inside these boxes, okay? So it's always good to maximize your daily objectives. Tip number 5, which also kind of piggybacks on number 4, and it should be implicit, is to check and collect all of your rewards. All right. So when I did the first introduction to this game, it's just a very heavy rewards-based game, especially if you pay a little bit to, get some gems or maybe purchase the Minamoto, whatever you do. Make sure you always check the numbers. All right. So I got tons of numbers on my screen right now. I got a 7 right there for my rewards. Make sure you always claim these. Okay. And I got my event page, I think that's what it's called. It's an event page of where I can get tons of more rewards where I can claim. Look at all this stuff I can claim. Boom. Resources, another resource with action. There's tons of rewards. Make sure to always be collecting them, because sometimes they run out and you might miss collecting your reward. I think they give it to you anyway, but just make sure you always collect your rewards everywhere. Okay, even in your mail, you get rewards in your mail as well. Just every time you see red numbers, click on them. All right, tip number 6 is to focus, when you first start out, focus on only 2 commanders at one time. Okay, so if we go into the commanders tab, which is on the bottom right, and you click on commanders, I only have 3. This is a brand new account that I just started. All right, you're going to want to focus on only 2 commanders at one time. Do not focus on 4, 5, 6 different commanders at once, because you won't have enough resources to allocate all of your commanders. Okay, you really want to focus on just 2 commanders, your primary and your secondary commander. So when you go to battle, or you're fighting barbarians or barbarian forts or whatever you're using, they're going to be at their strongest. You don't want to siphon their power because you're trying to upgrade, a green or a blue, or when you could be upgrading 2 purples, or a gold and a purple, legendary and an epic commander. So when you find the 2 commanders that you really like their abilities, they like their talents, stick with those 2 until they're maxed out, and then go and work on your second pair, work on your third pair, whatever you want to do. Okay, following for tip number 7 is kind of piggyback on tip number 6, which is to max the first skill of your primary and secondary commander before upgrading their star level. So if we go back into the commander tab here, you can see that each commander has the ability to go up to 6 stars. Okay, and what happens is, so let me explain what the stars are and the XP. So the XP, you can level up their XP and their actual level. The stars is used to upgrade and unlock skills. Now, it's not used to upgrade skills, it's used to unlock skills. Okay, so this first skill is usually really important for the epic and legendary commanders. Make sure you upgrade it to the max, which means you need to collect these sculptures. All right, you need to collect either the one that affects everybody. This sculpture right here, the epic commander sculpture, can be used and turned into the Belisarius sculpture, so it can be used for any purple commander sculpture. Now you need to have a certain amount of sculptures to upgrade the skills. Once you get a certain amount, you press the upgrade button and it'll upgrade a skill at random. But if you only have one unlocked, it'll only focus on the first one until you can no longer upgrade it, and then that's when you go and upgrade their stars. And once you max out the first skill and get him to level, and get your commander to level 10, you click on the upgrade button once you've reached level 10, and you use the stars to upgrade them. All right, so if it's a purple commander, you're gonna need purple stars. If it's a blue one, you're gonna need blue stars. You just need a certain amount of stars to upgrade them. Usually it's like 4 or 5 to go from the first star to the second star. It's really easy. And then once you get to the second star, it unlocks their second skill. Tip number 8 is piggybacking. Again, it's revolving around our commanders. This has to do with the talent tree, and it's just about deciding which commander you want to use. So let's say you really like infantry. Let's say you really like someone, you really like infantry. I don't have anybody with infantry, but you would want to find a commander who has, you see the red right here? This commander excels at leading cavalry. So maybe if I want to use Belisarius as my main commander, I would want to really focus on getting cavalry, because cavalry is what he is good at. He's good at leading cavalry. If we go to Sarka, she doesn't have a specific troop she's good at leading, but she has the gathering skill, which means she's really good at gathering resources. Maybe you focus on her with that. And then for the markswoman, she has an archer, so maybe you focus on using her with archers if you want, okay? And then also for the peacekeeping, any commander that has that talent is really good at defeating barbarians, okay? And then if they have the skill one versus the mobility just allows the commander to move faster, faster march speed. They can get to places quicker and escape from places quicker. And then for the skill one, it focuses on dealing damage using their active skill. That's why it's very important to upgrade that first skill to the maximum so you can take advantage of their skill, okay? All right, tip number 9 is more of an optional tip. It's just something to keep in mind. All right, so your research center, your academy, all right, technologies, yes, they're very essential to your troops. So you got the top one here. This is your economic technologies. This is how you upgrade resource gathering and unlocking certain resources as you make your way through the game. Stone and gold get unlocked as you make your way through the technology tree. And then on the bottom, there's a second one for military. And military you can use to upgrade your infantry, your archers, and your horses, and your siege. And then as you get further and further down the technology tree for military, you'll unlock higher tier troops. And that's what you really want to focus on, all right? So just a little tips on that. Just something to keep in mind. You don't always have to keep it building. Sometimes you don't have the resources to do it. But just a small tip, I would say, to focus on the main 3 units, which is the archers, the infantries, and the horsemen. I would not focus on the sieges so much. They don't offer too much of a bonus for you guys unless you have the Commander Cleopatra, the legendary Commander Cleopatra. But even still, it doesn't really, you really shouldn't focus on sieges because all they're good at is gathering and attacking cities. So I wouldn't really focus on the sieges so much. But I would definitely focus on the first 3, the horses, the archers, and the infantry, especially whichever is your specialty. Maybe you have, your first pair of commanders is a cavalry unit and a cavalry person, so you want to focus really hard on getting your cavalry stronger. Or maybe it's a archer and an archer, and you want to focus on your archer. Maybe it's a mix. Maybe you have an infantry with an archer, which you can do if you want to. But if you have that, maybe you should focus on upgrading, those troops. Again, that tip is more of an optional thing, just making sure that as you increase your technological power, you unlock more and higher level tiered troops. Tip number 10, and this is something that you keep, it's an optional thing, you don't have to do, it's just something that, if you want to use your commanders as effectively as possible, every time you log off, you're about to get off, you can send them to gather something, so by the time you get back on, you have acquired more resources. Okay, so that's what I like to do. So sometimes I'll zoom out here. All right, and then I'll click on, maybe I need some wood or some food. If I need gold or stone, I can also do those as well. You search for one of them, all right, so it's right next to me. And then right before I log off, all right, so another mini tutorial, boom, boom, yep. You go to gather, put your troops there, and you send them off, okay? And when you log off, all right, so they'll continue to gather as you're logged off. And when you come back on, they'll have returned to your city with the resource that you went to go gather. Just a small little tip there. For all the beginners out there, just in case you need, just in case you want to be more efficient with your commanders. All right, so those are that's the basic 10 tips I have for you guys. Still learning the game. I'm still very, very new to it. If you've seen my channel, if you've been here, I do a lot of Clash Clans. If you're very new to my channel, I would definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe. But anyway, guys, I hope this video was helpful. I hope it helped anybody that just started playing the game, and I hope to help all the beginners out there that needed help with the game. If it did, I definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe. If you have any questions about the game at all, just let me know in the comment section. I'm still very new to the game. I've only been playing for about maybe 10 or 11 days now, and I've gotten really into it. I've done a lot of research on it, been looking into it, and figuring out how to play the game correctly and all that other good stuff. So now I just want to extend it to people that maybe are playing, that watch me, or maybe you're new to the channel and you just need some easy, quick tips or a walkthrough or whatever it is, some advice on it. Feel free to ask, and I will help you the best way I can. If any of the tips that I said, if you're a veteran, Rise of Civilizations, and anything I said was incorrect, or maybe I missed a tip that a beginner could need or would need, feel free to put it in the comment section. I'm definitely open to feedback and stuff like that, so it would be appreciated. But other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was a little helpful. If it was, I definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.